Mr. President, I rise to move a motion on illegal security activities by Messrs OMSL. Just a correction, please. OMSL, not OMLS, SL, Limited, at the safe anchorage area of Lagos ports, and the need to investigate their excesses. The Senate aware that it is the statutory responsibility of Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMANSA, the Nigerian Navy, and the Marine Police to ensure security and safety within the Nigerian territorial waters. Aware also that the safety and security of the safe anchorage area in the Lagos waters, where ships going to Lagos ports anchor prior to berthing at any of the ports in Lagos, is also within the statutory function of the above-named agencies. Notes that a security company registered in the name of OMSL Limited as since 2014 carry out provision of security of the Lagos ports safe anchorage area on fees from vessels without regard to the Nigerian Ports Authority, who by the Ports Act of 1954 has the responsibility of the area. Observe that the OMSL Limited charge every ship that anchor within the safe area $2,500 on the first day of anchoring and $1,500 on every subsequent day for the period any ship stayed at the anchorage area. Observe further that it takes between 28 and 30 days for ships that anchor at the safe anchorage area to exit, meaning that every ship that anchors at the safe area pays as much as $46,500 for making use of the anchorage area within the period. Understand that about 1,266 ships called at the Lagos port per quarter, according to available statistics from the Nigerian Ports Authority, NPA. And 55% of these numbers stay at the safe anchorage area to allow time for free space to berth at any of the ports, that is, 916 ships. Understands further that a raw calculation has estimated the number of the ships that stay at the anchorage area in a year to about 3,665 ships. Notes that OMSL Limited has alleged that the Nigerian Navy had a memorandum of understanding with them in these operations. Observe that OMSL Limited, in connivance with other security agencies, are collecting a whopping sum of $133 million or 47 billion naira every year from 2014, meaning that either $733 million or 263 billion naira have been collected by the OMSL Limited and its collaborators. Knows that by virtue of the Ports Act of 1954, the anchorage area is an integral part of NPA's statutory responsibility, while the MASA, Marine Police, and Nigerian Navy has the sole responsibility to ensure a safe and secure Nigerian territorial waters. Knows further that in fulfillment of their responsibility, the Nigerian Ports Authority provided security patrol boats, NNS Dorina P101 as mother vessel, and interceptor vessel NNS Agede P258 and NNS Tori P259, which have been in use to provide security at the safe anchorage area by the Nigerian Navy, which used same to patrol the anchorage area. Observe that this legitimate business venture has brought about protected a disagreement between the Nigerian Ports Authority, OMSL Limited, and the Nigerian Navy and others. Acknowledges that by virtue of Section 88 of 1999 Constitution, which gives power to each House of the National Assembly to carry out any investigation on any matter on which it has power to make laws, as given below, Section 88. Subject to the provision of this Constitution, each House of the National Assembly shall have power by resolution published in each journal or in the official gazette of the government of the Federation to direct or cause to be directed investigation into A, any matter or thing with respect to which it has power to make laws. B, the conduct of affairs of any person, authority, ministry, or government department charged or intended to be charged with the duty of or responsibility for 1. Executing or administering laws enacted by National Assembly, and 2. Disbursing or administering monies appropriated or to be appropriated by the National Assembly. 2. The powers conferred on the National Assembly under the provision of this section are exercisable only for the purpose of enabling it to A. make laws with respect to any matter within its legislative competence, and correct any defect in existing laws. B, expose corruption, inefficiency, or waste in the execution or administration of laws within its legislative competence and in the disbursement or administration of funds appropriated to it. Accordingly resolved to. Mr. Senate President, there's a correction on prayer number 1, but let me read it. There's a correction on prayer number 1.
There's a what?
There's a correction.
You can go ahead and correct.
Mandate the committees on Navy and Marine Transport to carry out a comprehensive investigation on this legal infraction among the agencies with a view to resolving the security impasse it will bring on the nation. With a view to resolving the security impasse it will bring on the nation. Prayer number 2. Mandate the Committee on Navy and Marine Transport to investigate the activities of Messrs OMSL Limited and other security agencies at the safe anchorage area in the Lagos ports. We have made over 263 billion illegally without due cause to the Nigerian established status. I so move.
Colleagues, James Ebiowo, Manager, Delta South. Mr. President, this is a very patriotic motion moved by the Chairman, Navy, and dear brother and colleague, Senator George Sekibo, Justice of the Peace. Mr. President, the marine transport industry, if properly managed, it is one area that Nigeria will get a lot of revenue from that subsector. This is one that has been exposed by Senator George Sekibo. And since this is an investigative motion, I would rather say that the details will only come out when the investigation is done and the report is turning, and then appropriate debate can be made on it. And what this motion requires is a mandate from the Senate, a plenary, based on the constitutional provision section 88 of our Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Once the mandate is given to these committees, and when we get to the prayer, because it's a revenue motion, Finance Committee can also come in. So, Mr. President, having said all that, I want to second this very patriotic motion as moved by Senator George Sekibo, Justice of the Peace.
Is there any prayers? Prayer 1. Mandate the committees. Prayer 1. Mandate the committees on Navy and Marine Transport to carry out a comprehensive investigation on this lingering infraction amongst the agencies with a view to resolving the security impasse it will bring to the nation. Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. Amendment. Okay. Amendment in favor of prayer 1 as amended say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 2. Mandate the committees on Navy, Marine and Finance to carry out a comprehensive investigation to investigate the activities of Mrs. OMSL Limited and other security agencies at the safe anchorage area in the Lagos ports, who have made over 263 billion naira illegally without due cause to the Nigerian established status. Yes, amendment leader. 4 weeks. That is part of your amendment. Any seconder? Senator Geshambasi.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Those in favor of prior 2 as amended, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Well, thank you very much, distinguished Senator George Sekibo and all those for colleagues who contributed to this motion. But let me also emphasize that our committees on Navy, Marine Transport, and Finance, you have a big responsibility on your shoulders. This is a serious matter, and we have to treat it as such. In 4 weeks, we expect that you would have conducted your investigations and will report to this Senate in plenary. Anything we can find now, our money, Nigeria's money, legally anywhere, is something we'll pursue with utmost zeal and focus. So you have a big job. The Senate Committee on Navy will be the lead committee. Thank you very much. Leader of the Senate.